everyone and welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. I really do. Are you thinking about moving to Spain? Is it just there? Is it something you're considering? Or do you just want to know a little bit more about life here? If that's the case, you have clicked on the right video. Absolutely. So 10 things you ought to be aware of if your plans are to come and stay here for a while, or just to visit. Okay, things that you ought to consider. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, first thing you ought to bear in mind. Just forget this idea of the timetable you are accustomed to in the UK or wherever else you might be coming from. I normally have dinner at 6 or 6:30, to be honest, and even though I've been here for a while, I still do try to adhere to that. But if you are going to go out with a Spanish person and you say, yeah, dinner at 6, they will probably laugh at you, to be honest, because there's just no such thing in Spain as dinner at 6. In fact, if you go to a restaurant, they won't be open. They're probably still cleaning up from lunch. So forget it. Dinner for them here is 9, 10 o'clock-ish. Yeah, 9, 10 o'clock. I mean, at 10, I want to be in bed. I don't want to be eating. So that's the first thing. Dinner at 6:30 is a no-no. Do not expect to go out to a restaurant and have dinner, or invite someone for dinner at that time. Dinner is 9 or 10 o'clock. You might be like me, that you just find that's just way too late. That's okay. That's all right. It's just different customs. That's all. Okay, so the next one is the point of politeness. I feel as though British people are quite overly polite in the eyes of others, if you like. Because I've been asked by my Spanish students, why do you say thank you so many times? Or why do you say sorry so much? It's a habit. People won't be offended in Spain if you don't do it as much, because it's not as common. At the dinner table, for instance, when I go to my friend's house, I will say, please, can you pass the salt? And I will say please lots of times for different things. And I think it's uncomfortable because, well, not for me, for them, because perhaps they don't do it as much as we do. Perhaps we're the excessive pleasers and thank you givers. I don't know, but it's not as common in Spain, and the language shows that. You can see that in the language, where you go shopping and you'll say dame esto, okay, give me this. And maybe I would probably get offended if somebody spoke to me like that. I was like, give me what? Yes, say please. But here it's a different situation. Remember, you're in a different place, different rules. Just go with the flow. You know, when you go to Rome, you know that saying? When you go to Rome, it's just it. Okay, next thing is, if you do speak a little Spanish, you will know, because you're taught all the time to say usted if you don't know someone, because it's being polite. Now, be prepared to, well, change that, because people will say to you, no, tuteame, which just means talk to me in informal. Use the tú version, ¿cómo estás? Instead of ¿cómo está? Okay, so you don't have to use usted, even though you've been taught that it's what you do if you're not really friends with someone, or if they are older than you, then you should say usted. But nowadays most people just prefer you to say tú in vez de usted, instead of usted. So yeah, just relax yourself and just be more familiar with people, because I feel as though people are quite laid back here, and they're not expecting you to say usted all the time just because you don't know them. Okay, so I mean, if someone prefers it, use it, of course, 100%. But bear in mind that people are quite close. They're very familiar. So they might ask you not to say Usted. Just go with the flow. Go with it. Next one, swearing. Oh my goodness. There are absolutely billions. Billions, I tell you, billions. Okay, probably not billions. But there are certainly a whole lot more of these swearing words. There are so many swearing words. Swear words. Yeah, there's so many swear words. Of course, mother, if you're watching this, I don't swear. I would never disrespect you like that. I don't swear. But in Spain, they swear quite a lot. They're like sailors. You know, I think it's just everywhere in the language. There's probably swear words. There are different degrees to it, because there are swear words that my partner uses, for example, and I'm like, and he's like, yeah, but that's not swearing. And I'm like, yeah, it is. If you translate it to English, it's swearing. So they do swear loads here. There are words that are not as serious, so they're less offensive, if you like. But if you listen to two Spanish people speaking for 20 minutes, there's going to be a word in there that perhaps we wouldn't use, that I wouldn't use in English, because I don't swear a lot. I have to be honest, I don't swear a lot. Perhaps I do use a naughty word here or there. But yeah, so yeah, it's just one of those other differences. They swear like sailors, they do. So you might pick that up a little bit. Just don't do it in English, because the difference is noted. Absolutely. Okay, with this one, I always say Jamaican people remind me of Caribbean people, especially Jamaican people on this point, because they can talk, and they talk very loudly. Now, I fit right in, because I'm a speaker, I'm a talker, I talk a lot. But in conversations, you might notice that, you know, everyone has something to say, and the conversations are lively, you know, they're lively. So don't be afraid to jump in and put your idea in, or your opinion. Because if you're waiting for them to say, okay, you speak now, you're going to be there till tomorrow, and perhaps your turn will never come. So again, it's another cultural point that you have to be aware of. If you want to speak and you're with a bunch of people, perhaps you're going to have to cut in. Okay, it's a talent. You have to learn to cut in, you know, just get in there and express yourself. Yeah, so, and you're not going to offend anyone if you do it because everybody else is doing it. Okay, so cutting in when you're having a conversation, because conversation is so lively, is quite normal. It's done. Okay, it's not rude if you do it. It's another cultural thing. Waiting your turn, perhaps not so much. Especially when you're out, you know, you're out with your friends, you're in the center, you're having a drink, or you're having food, you're having something to eat. There's lots to be said. And so don't sit there waiting for your turn, because your turn probably won't come if you're doing that. Just jump right in and express yourself. Okay, do it. This point, you know, we all get extremely nervous because we think our Spanish is not good enough, or we feel a bit nervous because you don't know if you'll be understood. Do not worry, because I think Spanish people are actually fantastic at helping you when they see that you are struggling with the language. Especially if they know that you're English speaking, or that you're foreign, they do try to help you because they see that you're trying to at least speak Spanish. Okay, so try it, okay? Just jump right in and initiate the conversation in Spanish and see how it goes. Okay, it's all about being brave and trying something new and improving your Spanish, because if you don't take a chance, you know, you're not going to get any better. So yeah, do it. They appreciate that you're trying to learn their language at least. You know, after all, they have spent so much more time learning English and having to use it. It's our turn. Okay, it's not, just do it, just go with it. If anyone tells me that this one is a lie, I'm waiting for you. I am waiting for you. Now, there is this never-ending fight when it comes to football. So, if someone tells you that they're from Madrid and you support Barcelona, don't get into it with them. Do not get into it with them. I do on occasion, just to be annoying. I do that, not because I'm a Barcelona fan, but because I know that a lot of my friends are Madrid fans, and it's just, for me, it's just a little bit of a laugh, to be honest. But they take it so seriously, and that goes back also, I think, to a little bit of politics. But yeah, don't talk football so much. It gets heated. It gets heated. There is a, it's just, I don't know why it's so serious, but yeah. I mean, I have a really good friend who's a Madrid fan, and I just have to say, I really want Barcelona to win, or I really love this player, and it goes off. It's off. It's the end of it. You know, so don't get into one of those. It's almost one of those fights that you're not going to win. Don't get into it. That Barcelona and Madrid hate relationship, I was going to say love and hate relationship, but there's no love. Just don't get involved in it. Don't get involved in it. It's not worth it. Run! Okay, this point I find quite strange, okay? And it's the topic of politics. Now, people discuss politics quite freely here. I feel as though they discuss it much more casually than we do, or we would. At the dinner table, it's always a topic of conversation, which, you know, I think I've always been taught not to discuss politics. Don't discuss politics at the dinner table, or don't discuss politics if you don't know somebody really well. But I feel as though it's just another topic of conversation here. So you will hear it quite a lot. I don't engage in it because I think these topics of conversations get very heated. And sometimes I just don't want to get in a fight. You know, I just don't want to get in a fight. And obviously, when you come from a place where you don't openly discuss your political views, it's something quite difficult to change. So I am still with that one. But don't be surprised if you get asked about your political views, because that's happened to me lots of times. I started a new job in October, and 2 people who I don't know very well have asked me about that, and I was just like, okay. It's not something really I want to talk to people I don't really know about, but yeah, it comes up. Okay, and maybe for them it's just more of a casual thing, but it's a cultural difference, I think, politics. Be aware. I mean, you don't have to ever answer anything you don't really want to, but it's there, so I'm letting you know, okay? This one, I love. I absolutely love this. How offended people seem to get when I say, I do not like ham. I do not like jamon. You know, jamon is like, you know, the Spanish ham, jamon serrano, you know, the massive leg of ham that they normally have, and where they put it up on the ham stand, that everyone has. It's just, everyone seems to love ham here. And every single time I express that I can't stand ham, I don't like the taste of it, I don't I'm just not a ham eater. People are just really surprised because it is just such a loved food here. Yeah, I mean, if I'm forced, I will have some if there's absolutely nothing else. But no, they love ham. If you buy a nice ham for someone in a Christmas basket or whatever, they would really love that. But yeah, if you don't love ham, they go around saying, yeah, I hate ham. Okay, but because people here really love ham, a good ham, you know, they're passionate about their ham. Have you tried, this is una pata negra. It is fantastic. That passion that they have for ham, don't disrespect it, okay? You and I might not like the ham, but the ham in Spain is sacred. So respect the ham. Right, this last point, you have to remember that the timetable is something you really ought to have in mind at all times. Especially if you have to go shopping for food. Be aware that at midday, at 2 o'clock, everything will close down. So if you are going to need something, get it in the night before or in the morning. If you're working and you won't have time to go and get it at 2 o'clock, the chances are you won't get a chance to get whatever it is that you wanted to get because everything will be closed. There's no life, okay, in most places. Now, I know that in tourist areas, this is a little bit different because they do cater for the foreigners. But if you're in a small place, a small village, for example, don't expect to find shops open from 2 to 5 or 5:30. It's not going to happen. Okay, so you always have to be aware that at midday, most businesses it's a ghost town. Okay, you go to the center, there will be nothing, my friends, nothing. So be aware of that you have to get things in the morning or later in the afternoon. Okay, there's a period where everything is just proper lockdown. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed this video and let me know what you'd like to see in the future. And so with that, I'm going to leave you because it is a beautiful day outside and I need some sun. I need some sun. I'm not as black as I should be. I'm going to go outside and get myself a little bit of vitamina D. I'm going to get some vitamin D. Absolutely. Have a fantastic Friday. And I don't know if I'm going to post this today actually. Have a fantastic weekend and we will catch up soon. Hasta luego. Un beso. Adiós, chicos.